the song C minor. We're in the key of C minor, so it starts on a C minor chord. Then it goes, this is an interesting chord here, E flat major, but I usually play it as a 6 chord. So if you want to put E flat 6 in there, that would probably be good. It's funny, E flat 6 is the same as C minor 7, and here's E flat. Here's E flat. See, if you just do a regular triad like this, but it should be E flat 6. So it kind of still has that same C minor. The fake book, but I'm going to recommend C minor. This version of E flat 6, which is basically just C minor / E flat. So like the bass just changes, and that's what the melody does. It just the melody says, it goes to the E flat. So basically you're in C minor, C minor / E flat, and then the D half diminish. Yeah, see, I wouldn't voice it like that for comping this. Now that's totally D minor 7 flat 5. It's an F minor triad. This is F minor triad. This is F minor triad. This is F minor triad. But for comping, I'm just talking about for rhythm guitar. Would you see this? This is the standard shape. Yeah, just the grip, what I always call the grip shape. And then G7. I like G7 sharp 5. Good morning, Jeff. And that's it. Let's just jam on that. Make sure you have those 4 chords, and we'll just vamp on that. When I'm playing this live, that's what I'll just kind of bust into this. I'll go. And again, I like that G7 sharp 5. It kind of keeps it minory, C minor sound. This. Now, one other thing I like to do, this kind of like getting into the chord melody aspect of it, is I just play D minor 7 without the 5th at all. So it's just this shape. So it's no 5 there. It's D, F. We're going over tiers. Yeah, just a lead sheet version of it. Even though we'll hit the solo guitar aspect, we're kind of blending it already in. A D minor 7 without the 5th is this. Now this might be new for some of you. I always say do this. Everybody knows this D7 cowboy shape, what I often call the swing shape. So to make it minor 7, you do this. Now, it's not a true full minor 7 because there's no 5th. You'd have to put the 5th in the bass here. But we don't need it. It's okay. So that's, even though the chart says D minor 7 flat 5, I'll often do this, no 5th. It's almost like a shell voicing, no 5th. We can omit the 5th. And then the G7, I'm going to do the sharp 5 again. I'm going to do just a G7 plain. I'm going to do G7 flat 5 for color. A little twist on it. You don't expect that, but it's kind of neat. So again, I would just kind of encourage you to try out some different shapes. Again, we're just jamming on the first 4 chords, basically the intro of the song before it goes to the C7 flat 9 over D flat. But check it out. I'll play a couple variations. I'll do this. I'll do it with the flat 5 for fun. Right here. Well, that's a G7 flat 5 just for flavor. So in that case, I might go to C minor 7 here. Good morning. C minor 7. We're just going over tiers. We just started tiers. So here's C minor 7, like that D minor 7. Again, these are just some fun, having fun with chord shapes for comping, even though we're just looking at the lead sheet, which says C minor, E flat, D minor 7 flat 5, G7. And again, we can do G7 sharp 5, G7 flat 5 for color, G7 flat 9, which is actually what you'll hear in the melody. C minor 6. So if you're wondering what's a C minor 6, I would say play C minor 7 first, like this. And then flat the 7 to a 6. And of course, we can do it over here too. Right? On the 6th string. I'm just showing it to you on the 5th string root, like this. And this. Now it's starting to sound like that chord melody, huh? So in this case, I probably am playing my arrangement of the chord melody similar to what Django did, just inspired by Django, but C minor 6. C minor / E flat. D minor 7, no fifth. And then that G7 with the flat 9 to the root. You can also do it here. You do it here. Here's G7. Can everybody do this G7 here? I call it the swing shape because I always do this. You hear like, okay. Perfect. You slide this finger up to the flat 9 like this. It's beautiful, that little color. So check it out in context when we just have fun with this intro. And then we're into the next section. So again, do spend time, even if it's just those 4 chords, explore it. You can have a lot of fun. And then right there, we just basically did the chord melody for that, because the melody is just this. That's kind of what the ear is hearing. The melody is actually just do dee do 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 without the little fill there. The next chord is C7. We're going through the chords first. C7 flat 9 / D flat. Well, this is quite interesting because C7 with the flat 9, kind of the same as diminished substitution for those that know about the diminished sub. / D flat means, hey, that's a flat 9 in the bass. So essentially, when you see that complicated chord, just play D flat diminished 7. This. So here's C7, like this. When you put the D flat in bass, you get this. So it becomes just a diminished 7. So if you want to rename that, please feel free, D flat dim 7. But why, you're probably saying, but why would you call it C7? Because that's kind of the function of it. If you're soloing, you can hit a C7. Then goes to F minor. Same thing. It's functional because the chord, without the specific comping voicing that I'm going over, the chord is C7, F minor, B flat 7, B flat 6. So again, it's good to know that stuff for soloing purposes. C7 to F minor, 5 to the 1. It goes basically to the 4 chord there. And then the B diminished 7 is a sub for the B7 flat 9s. So, and there I actually wrote B diminished 7 for those looking at my lead sheet. But if you want, so oppositely, if you want to write B flat 7 flat 9 / B, please feel free to do so. I just wrote B dim 7. Where does that want to go? E flat. And again, I put the / B flat because it's a very particular chromatic bass line that we're getting. The bass line is this. Can everybody do this with me? D flat, C. And I said the word chromatic, so just walk it down 1 fret at a time. B. It's beautiful. B flat. Guess what? A flat, and then it goes A flat G, A flat G, A flat G, B, C with this rhythm. And then top. That's your A section. Right here. Ready, guys? Play the bass line. C, B flat. A. Yes. A flat. And then we could go to the B section. So that bass line movement is very particular. I even go so far as to do it on the top strings. Again, just quick demo. maybe this chord. Hear how pretty that is? Just that same voice leading on the melody side. And here's a chord. So I'm just putting it on the top string, literally on the first string, the treble string, just to kind of make it sound more like a chord melody, but it's very lyrical. So again, that hopefully will give you ideas automatically when soloing, kind of just try to follow that voice leading, like what the bass is offering us. It looks like you have the Django Fakebook version opened up.
Well, I was just comparing it.
Oh yeah, please do. That's what I was going to ask you. If you have that open, can you leave that open? Because I might ask you to see what that shows.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't 100% base it off the Django Fakebook. For this particular one, I kind of listened to both. Django had 2 recordings of this that I kind of studied, and it's not a note for note transcription, but it's pretty close to what he's doing, of course. But this is very specific. This little bass line movement. But I'm also trying to just show you the basic chord. So if you do want to practice your improv, then you kind of know what's happening within that structure. And we'll look at the chord melody in a second, but let's just go ahead and play these chords. We're looking at the section measure 5. We're not even at the B section yet. We're just measure 5. The A section has kind of 2 parts to it. That the vamp and then this part right here. And that's why I want to go over the chords for you, because right now you're just looking at my lead sheet, but it doesn't show the chords, unless you're looking at my sound slice, which I have on Patreon. C7 flat 9 over D flat is D flat dim 7. So hopefully you all know the dim 7. You could do 4-note voicings like I'm doing here, or you could just do a 3-note shell shape like this for comping. Kind of looks like the minor 6 shape like you're doing for minor swing, just without the second string. But if you get the second string, it happens to be that melody note. And then this shape here, I already showed it to you earlier. This is a minor 7 on F minor 7, but we want to actually put the 5th in the bass. So now it's a complete minor 7 chord, F minor 7, when we put the 5th in the bass. Because this says no 5th. And again, if you don't know this shape, play F7 first. That's how I'm going to show it to you, like this. The common cowboy swing shape, right? And then make it minor by flatting your 3rd, this note. And then get rid of the F in the bass, put C in the bass. So I want to just practice that for a second. D flat dim 7, F minor 7 slash C with this shape.
What do you play it on the bass?
F natural, the root. On my chart it says F minor slash C, but I'm making it F minor 7 slash C. Might have to update that too. Again, 3, 4. Yeah, make sure, and this is still tricky. You got to bar this. I hear this, and then get the bass, and then move it to B dim 7, which is a sub 4, B flat 7. Same diminish. Now it's going to go to E flat 6 with the B flat in the bass. I'm being pretty specific. Again, this is now the chord melody arrangement. Okay, yeah, the E flat's on top. So it's definitely a voice leading thing because we're bringing out the melody. So it's really kind of melodic comping. Again, you could do just 3-note shapes like this. Or you could do hear the melody. Now if I were to pluck the melody with my fingers like this, now you got chord melody. So again, it helps to understand it. If you're just reading the tabs blindly, whether it's my chord melody arrangement or lead sheet, then it might, then you might be missing out on just understanding how it works. So As Pete says, that's why we're here. Half the battle is just really having it kind of explained a little bit, I think. So my suggestion when learning and memorize this, get that bass line movement first. I'm just doing 3 notes. That's E flat / B flat, by the way, and then A dim. I got to talk about this chord here. This is a really cool chord. You might think of it as just A flat, but if you put that D on there, listen how dreamy this is. That can have 2 names. It could be F minor 6 with the A flat in the bass. It could be D minor. It can have 3 names. It could be D minor 7 flat 5, same thing as F minor 6 with the A flat in the bass. You could even think of it as an A flat 6 chord with a flat 5th, so sharp 11. It's just a beautiful chord. That particular inversion too. Listen, or please play it too. This. So what I'd actually like for you to do is this really good exercise first. Play this F minor 6. I'm going to say it again. Play this F minor 6 inversion. It's really just root position though. Do that first. Go on the top 4 strings, F, C, D, and then A flat. So again, this is where knowing your inversions on the top 4 strings is really important too. So all I'm like this, F, C. So get the F here, everybody. Right here. 4th string, 3rd fret. And then get the C. That's like a root and 5th. And then bar across, so you got the D. And then we need that A flat on the 1st string, the 4th fret. That's A flat half dim. I'll say that again. That's F minor 6, D minor 7, flat 5, D half dim. But now check it out. This is the trick of it, is you put this high note in the bass. That's the trick. Take this note, put it in the bass. It's a good exercise. Anyways, again, on the chart there, it says F minor / A flat. But again, F minor 6 is the choice chord. And then this riff, 4 and 2 and. And you could do 4 note or 3 notes. There I just did 3 notes, but let's do A flat 7 to G7. So we're just doing the side slipping. And then it doesn't show it on the lead sheet. Amber, does it show it on the C minor? What shows right before C minor? Does it show B minor 6? It says C minor 6 on the Django fake book.
C minor. It says G7.
I
might not be looking in the right place.
No, you're good. Let's see. I'm curious too. Yeah, perfect. Right there. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. They simplified those changes. See that? Oh no. Oh yeah, C minor. Yeah, G7 to C minor. So they don't show the little side slipping stuff on the fake in the lead sheet fake book, but it's kind of nice to do this to follow the melody like this. So go B, that little side slip, B minor, C minor. Again, you know what I'm saying? Those little half step movements sound so cool because that's what the melody's doing. Do, it goes do, 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 do. And up high, it's going to sound like this. And that's what I wrote out there on the chord melody arrangement if you want to check that out. Complicated?
It's getting a lot easier.
Great. I want to just, especially if we break it down into these little components. So A flat 7, G7, side slipping, flat 6 to the 5. We're in the key of C minor, so flat 6. And then this B minor. I'm going to actually do it this shape because we love this shape. Like we're doing minor swing, the minor 6 shape on the 6 string root. So I'm saying all on the 6 string in this case. So 4, 2, again 3. Oh, it starts on 4. So if I'm counting off 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 and 4 and then G7 top. I'll go nice and slow. Jump in, ready, get that bass line if you need to. Right here, chromatic. D flat, Yeah, please play the melody with me. It sounds nice. We'll just keep jamming on this till you get the chords, everybody. That's a Charleston rhythm, by the way. 1, and makes it swing. And then we're off to the B section. But let's just do that again. Are there any questions on just that much? It's a lot of stuff for sure. This is definitely a very dense song. You know, kind of equivalent. I mean, I'm thinking of what we had just did. We did Troublant Bolero last week, and then we did Douce Ambiance a week before. That was a lot of chords too. So this is, you know, we're definitely to the harder materials. Not tempo-wise, but just like a lot of small movements, chord movements. Any questions on that? C minor. Have fun with it. Again, sometimes I just do the C minor here. If I just really wanted to keep it simple, I would just probably just do this. Just 3-note voicing. Or here. Just for comping. But if I want to do that more kind of melodic chordal style, then I would go. It's almost like we're playing the chord note. And that's what Django's doing, essentially, those shapes. Okay, everybody, back to that one descending section. I want to make sure everybody has these chords. D flat, now I'm going to call it by the true names. D flat, dim 7. F minor 7 / C. B dim 7. E flat 6 / B flat. A dim 7. F minor 6 / A flat. A flat 7, G7. A flat 7, G7. B minor to C minor 6. And then a G7. Turn around. Or maybe this dreamy chord. Can everybody try this chord? G7, flat 5. It's a very Django chord, even though he doesn't do it on this particular location. So I'm just doing a G7 shell like this. And I'm just literally taking the 5th. You gotta refinger it. Yeah, get that flat 5. Duh. Yeah. And that gives us a sound. Does anybody know what scale that is? It's one of the other, it's the other symmetrical scale. There's 2 symmetrical scales that just kind of repeat over and over. Whole tone scale. Yeah, it's a whole tone scale. So everybody do the whole tone scale for me. This is a good example for me to show you one of Django's favorite scales. Start on G here. Any G. Yeah, pick a G. Stay with it. Now go up a whole step. 2 frets. 2 frets. 2 frets. 2 frets. 2 frets. 2 frets. And you're back to where you started. It's a 6-note scale. That's what I mean by symmetrical. It just kind of keeps going. So you can harmonize it with augmented triads like this. Basically, I'm just playing the scale harmonized. You know, just everything is parallel. So it just has this really, now I'm adding 4 notes. And this is part of it too, like this. So it has a really cool flavor. You know, it definitely used a lot in cartoon music later, but circus music, French, definitely the French style composers were using, meaning Maurice Ravel and Claude Debussy. So beautiful sound. Django used it quite a bit. You'll hear that in his playing. So I just did that as a little color for the turnaround where it just says G7 on the chart. You could do G7 sharp 5, G7 flat 5. That's the whole tone scale. Or even this little lick. Or, yeah, I'm just having fun with that. So explore the whole tone scale more. Let's go on to the B section unless there's any questions on those chords. Okay, I have one more thing I want to share with you. I showed you A flat 7 down here to G7. Then I went to the B minor 6 to C minor 6 here. But I want to show it to you up here, kind of is what Django's doing, actually. A flat 9, G9. So it's that side slip half step, flat 6 to the 5, but it's a dominant 9 like this. And if you omit the bass note, which I often do, you just get these 4 notes like this. And believe it or not, this is also can be a minor 6 shape. It could be minor 7 flat 5 as well. Kind of can have 3 names. It could be a dominant 9 without the root, or it could be face value minor 7 flat 5, or in this case, B minor 7 flat 5 on the G7, G9, or D minor 6. More theory than you need to know. And then this. All I want you guys to do is this. And then maybe, or you're on that scale, and then top. So again, everybody hit this on beat 4. Go 4 and 2 and 4 and then top. 2, 3. And this is the Django shape to know. It's like a minor 6 chord just on the top 4 strings again. So like if you're playing minor swing, it's this. I'm gonna help everyone get this shape down really fast. So play A minor 6 like this, like you're playing minor swing. That's the go-to shape, right? So it's again, this is now the opposite little hack that I was showing you. Instead of having it in the bass, the A, put the A on the top string like this. So you know what I mean? It's like melodic now. Everything that you do with comping like this, you do it high. So you just gotta kind of invert your, especially for guitar players, because this 6th string E is the same as our 1st string E. So if we learn our shapes like this, we can do this. If we do this, we can do this. If we do this, we can do this. So it's really useful again to just learn this hack of in putting the bass note onto the 1st string. So in this case, we're using this shape, which again is A minor 6, or F sharp minor 7 flat 5, or D9 without the root. And that's what we're calling up here. A flat 9, G9, and then B minor 6, C minor 6. Let's get that rhythm on beat 4. It's kind of a very particular rhythm. You want to kind of punch it. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2 and 4 and. Let's do it again. Ready, 4 and 2 and 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 2 and then G7 and top. Now hopefully you got those chords. Yeah, play the melody, Amber. Thank you. Ready for the diminish right here. Charleston rhythm there. Oops. And if you don't have it, just get the bass. That's most important. Here it is. And again. Maybe just a bass. Or the 3-note shapes, whatever you can do. We'll go through it one more time. 4 and 2 and 4 and again. It takes a few times to really get it. Here we go. Again, hopefully you're getting it by now. If not, you got to start with the bass line. Like this. C, E flat, D, G, then D flat. I'll be a bass player. C, chromatic. Because if you don't have the bass line mapped out, then you're not going to get the right chords. And there I was just ad-libbing around the chords and the melody. And here we go again. Get the... Yeah. Diminish. I got a good trick for you. Diminishes every other chord. I love the blues on. Right?
Two at
That's
a
a
time is
complete-
the problem.
That's a complete
But
E flat.
that's a complete E flat 6 because of the bass note. The bass note is the 5th, so it's actually the 5th in there. But so yeah, as you said, Aaron, getting to them in time again. I just want to. I was watching, kind of make sure everybody's getting the bass. That's the first step. It's chromatic, so it's not that hard. But then it's remembering this other hack. Every other chord is diminished. So we start with diminished 7, then the F minor 7 / B flat or C. Diminish, E flat major / B flat, A diminished 7, and then this tricky one, F minor 6 / A flat, and then that dominant lick. Or up here. Let's hit the B section unless there's any more questions on those chord shapes.
Yeah. One last.
Please.
Review here.
Yeah, good. No, we can go through those chord shapes again. They're very specific voicings because of its chord melody. I mean, if you don't want the chord melody, then I suggest just playing 3-note voicings.
So the F minor, A flat, right? So
F minor 6, though. You got to say 6. On the fake book, it might just say F minor. Or A flat.
Oh, no, you're gonna
Or,
oh, right here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
there
it is.
we go.
But again, if you want to be specific, the melody is a D note. Is that true? Can you tell me the melody?
Yeah.
The melody is a D note. So even though the Django, we're talking about the Django fake book, it just says F minor over A flat. But the melody is D, so that's why it's F minor 6. You're missing out on some color if you don't do that. You know what I mean? And if you have a bass player, you're not, right now we're kind of just creating our bass line ourselves. But so if you have a bass player, they're playing A flat, you could venture out and do F minor 6, F minor 6, F minor 6, F minor 6. You could have fun with those inversions and stuff too. But I'm just kind of showing you specifically for comping right now, kind of guitar or guitar duo or something, to bring out that bass line. This. So it's a very specific voicing. That's what I'm saying. So this. Let's go through one more time. And this is where you just memorize this. You just do this over and over. It's so beautiful. And I'm just rolling these chords. But if you're new to finger picking, all I'm doing is PIMA. This thumb, skip the fifth string, thumb, index, middle, and then ring finger on Ular. So A. P, I'm talking the Spanish here, so do this. Then this. Follow those diminish. And then up here. And it's so beautiful, you know. Again, and if you want to do the Django thing, you do this. But the shapes are the same. See, I'm just. Augmented. Yeah, the whole tone scale. So again, that's a good exercise. It's beautiful. Good rainy day, Sunday guitar music to play or accordion music. Such a gorgeous song. But let's take it to the B section. So has anybody seen my old YouTube videos on this song about from 5 or maybe 8 years ago now? I say, I think I was going to say the opposite. I think George Harrison was inspired by Django's Tears for his song While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Oh.
Why? It's in a minor key. Weeps and Tears, also the title. But so he's in A minor. While my guitar gently. I'm going to take it to the B section. Weeps. And he goes from A minor to the parallel major key. I don't know why. A major. So the A section's in A minor. I'm talking about George Harrison's While My Guitar Gently Weeps. It's an A minor. And in the B section, he modulates to A major. That's called the parallel key. The A stays the same. Well, Django's Tears is C minor. Has all this beautiful bass line movement, like While My Guitar Gently Weeps has this movement, bass line movement, similar. And then Django goes to C major. It goes. So he goes to the parallel major key of C minor, which is of course C major. So that's my little theory on George Harrison being, and obviously George Harrison was a Django fan too. Kind of special, I think. I don't know. That's my little theory because I like both songs and both artists. So let's take a look at the B section. And I'm not sure again. Amber's going to elaborate what the Django Fake Book might show, but here's what I want you to play: C major, E minor 7, E flat minor 7, D minor 7. Kind of does sound like a Beatles song, like "Girl," right? And then G7. So C major. I'm doing some C major 7. I just like that major 7 quality. It doesn't. You can do C6 totally. Like they're interchangeable. You can just do C triad like this. Triad like this, bar chord. But I'm doing this like a little bit sweeter. And then E minor 7. Chromatic walk down. E flat minor 7. And then D minor 7. G7. Let's do that again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. You can finger pick it if you want kind of a more tender sound. One more time. C major 7, E minor 7, E flat minor 7, to the 2 chord, D minor 7. So it's just a 1, 3, like a sub for the 1, essentially, walking down to the 2, 5. So it's just like 1 and 2, 5. That's all. Then when I'm thinking soloing, 1, 2. I'm just going back and forth, 2, 5. We do that 2 times, and the melody, we'll get the melody in a second. And then it's going to go to C7. I'm going to play C9. F6. And I'm doing it this way. C dominant 9. Here's C7, by the way. Here's C9. And then I'm doing F6 like this. This is just for comping. I call this the a la Django shape. I'm not playing the root. So it's actually F6 with the C in the bass. So it's F6/C. So C9, F6. That's to the 4 chord. D flat 7. You can do D flat 9, it's fine. And then D flat 7. Tritone. So that was, maybe try D9 here. That's really nice too. And then D flat 9. Back to C major 7. And let's do that again. We're just looping these 4 bars. Or 8 bars rather. C9, F6, D9, D flat 9, tritone sub. Y'all getting the tritone sub concept? Whenever you have 2 dominant chords chromatically, you can pretty much assume that it's tritone substitution. D9, D flat 9. That's the sub there because it's going to pull us 1 more fret down to C major. I'm going to play C6-9 for fun. Django also loved the 6-9 chord, not dominant 9, in this case C6-9. So you could do this. Or major 7. C9, F6. Let's do that again. D9, D flat 9, and C. Repeat. You got to do it many times before you memorize it, or to memorize it. Make it to start to have fun. And I'm just kind of goofing around. Like I did D7 like this. Then maybe. So again, here's tritone. And now it's G7 to the D flat. That's all I'm just kind of having fun with the concept of bringing out that tritone substitution. So I'm saying because we do that with our chords, it's kind of nice to bring that out with our soloing too. It really complements it nicely. Then it repeats. And then C9. Then this time we do this. A. Here's that A flat 7. G7, which is pulling us back to that minor key. And then C minor. Love that. And then G7. Then we're going to go back to the A section for solos at that point there. The form of the song is a little bit tricky because some people play it differently, but I'm going to take you to the outro. So let's do the B section chords. Amber's going to play the melody for us nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it too with you. Keep going. C7. D9. There you go. What I would put a slur there. I'll go dalia da da dee da dalia da triplet. So it'd be like this. And then repeat that again. Just the first part of it. 3, 4. Then this D7. I need more rhythm guitar, you guys. Again. Again. Play C9 here. F6. Same thing, D9. D flat. And we're just jamming on those again. C9. Let's take it out this time. What I mean by that is A flat 7, G7, and C minor. And then, yeah, not that part. but for practice, you want to do that. Well, let's actually all play the melody together. It's a really kind of a whimsical, sweet melody for the B section there. So please take a look at the tabs here. And that's what I was saying. Like, try to get the slur is this. Now, might not show that on the fake book. I'm not sure, but it's nice to get those little triplets. Django. I mean, look at the technique. I'm really trying to get that triplet. Dahlia, da, da, dahlia, triplet. You could hold it longer, go dahlia, da, and that's an 8th and 2/16. That's a variation. Just go by feel. But try to be able to do both articulations. You might as well add a little harmony. It's so easy and nice just to go. And it's just chromatic following the chord structure. You can even do tryouts like this. Okay, just that phrase over and over. 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple times. 3, 4. Again, just over and over. Yeah. Play it like you mean it. Yeah. Again. Add a little shuffle, triplets, again. Okay, good. You got that. You got it. Now, but the scale, C on the C9 chord, C7 belongs to what key? What is C7 the 5 of? Good. So we're playing an F major scale on this part, just starting on C7. So it's called a Mixolydian mode if you want to get theoretical. Everybody do that? You just play it as I wrote it on the tabs. Just write down the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'll harmonize it. Again. Use your paper to watch. Just write down the string. F major scale. Just know your F major scale. So here we go. Watch. B flat. They're key of F. And then again. 3, 4. Again. You don't have to do it on one string. I'm just demonstrating it on one string, but then you can stay in position, which is how I did on the paper. The big picture, if you're gonna like jam out in solo, it's a Mixolydian mode or key of F. You just run the scale. Sounds so nice. But Django's just going down the scale. Harmonize. You do a lot of stuff with that. So here we go. Play that, everybody. 3, 4. Nice. Add a harmony. I'll add another harmony. Good. Have fun with that. Just realize it's a scale. Realize it's F major scale. Then do this. I kind of make it bluesy on purpose. That's F major lick. It's just 3, 5, 5. Can I hear everybody do that? A little BB King style? Yeah, that's F major. So you do this. Again, 2, 3, just that much. But give it feel. Oh, nice embellishment. She went like this. Now the paper is not going to show you that. That's what I'm saying. Just use your ear and go by feel. Yeah, do. Oh, the blues lick. Yeah, you can have fun with it, sure. But that's what I'm saying. This is the value of just doing a phrase over and over. You're going to really get it in your head, under your fingers, and have fun with it eventually. So that's it. It just repeats after. Oh, sorry. This lick is. We got to do this one. Again, very, very Django. So this is. He's embellishing around an A note. The A is the fifth of the D7. So just think about this. Do that. Yeah, I call that embellishments, triad embellishments. You do around the whole chord. But this, that's the 9. Very colorful. So it's, and then down a half step, same thing. Don't think about it. And that's the beauty of tritone sub. Whatever you do here, just do the same thing down 1 fret. Guitar players have it easy. So we do. And then back to the. Here's that scale, 3, 4. Ooh, nice little lick there. And then this time, and then C. So this is, and that's the song. Except for the outro, which we have 2 minutes left. I'm going to show you the outro here, and it says outro on the chart. That was really good, you guys. Again, I would want to jam more on this for an hour, 2 hours, just on what we just did. So good. Right here. That's the outro. This tritone sub. Bing, boom, boom, boom. So it's C minor, play C major, C minor, E flat, slash, or C minor slash E flat, D flat 7. That's dark and epic. I love that. This is the outro again. And then does this lick. And again, I'm just doing chord melody. All that is C minor. Repeat that. C minor. And then that last time there, then you stop, and then you do this. And you have to decide here, do you want it major or minor? You tell me. What do you guys want, major or minor?
Major.
Oh.
C6.
I'm adding in the major 7, 6, and 9. Really, I always say choose your ending chords. Make it super colorful if you want. So that ending lick there is just 1. How about a minor ending? Ready? With a 9 on top? Or the major 7 on top? With a minor chord or something like this. Yeah, again, choose your ending chord. So that outro really quickly will be this. D flat 7. That's tritone sub. E flat 6. D flat 7. One more time. Last time, choose your ending chord. Here we go. Wait, we're going to do major or minor? Aaron, you choose this time. Minor, here we go. And then some sort of lick. There you go, you guys. Good job. That was Tears.